Thank you so much for joining me. This is Billy Keels with Keep on Cash Flow. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the specific steps that it takes to identify a property and then all the way to getting it into closure and as part of your portfolio. You see, one of the reasons that I want to share this with you is it's the exact same process that I followed in the very beginning. And it's one of the ways that helped me to identify opportunities in the marketplace and also increase the overall value, which helped me in the first 18 months of being a real estate entrepreneur to create a 5 figures of revenue. And so because it helped me a lot, I want to share that with you always with the hope that this will help you to get to your goals even faster. And since I get the question all the time from lots of different people, what did you do specifically? Because I am a real estate entrepreneur who lives in Europe and invests back in the States, what I want to help you to understand is that it really doesn't matter where you are, and as long as your processes are in place, that can all help you to ultimately get to the deal, which is what I want to talk to you about now. And just one of the things to lay the foundation, in order to go out and find a deal, there are a number of different things that you could do. You know, you could spend lots of time in newspapers or talking to people or online. There are a number of different ways you could do that. Specifically because I like to work with the multifamily properties, it's really important to work with brokers who specialize in residential multifamily. You may like single family houses, or you may like commercial retail, a number of things. But where I would recommend, or where I started, which is why I want to talk to you about, is working with the broker. Once you work with a broker, there's nothing that's going to help you get closer to getting a proper property other than writing offers, which is one of the things that gets lots of people stuck. So the second step is going out and actually writing offers. So let me just drop these first two down. The first step is to find yourself a broker. Next, you want to make sure that you're out writing offers. And then once you're out writing offers, you're going to write a number of different offers, and eventually you're going to you come to an agreement with the seller, and you're going to be able to get that property under contract. And what does under contract means? It means that you have the exclusive right to go and purchase that property. And this is, basically gives you the opportunity to either make the purchase of the property or not. But we'll talk about that in a couple other steps. So you're going to get the property under contract. And then afterwards, the next two steps that I followed, number one, you have to go out, or the next step is you need to go out and find a way to purchase the property. You may have raised your own capital, and a lot of times when people are starting, and this may be your case right now, when you're getting started, you tend to go out and look and work with retail banks. You may be putting down a percentage of your own capital and then leveraging the rest from the bank, but you're basically finding a funding that you're going to do. Once you go through the funding, so you find funding, and then once it's under contract, you find the funding, and then this is probably the best time to start your inspection period. I've always worked with inspection periods. I know some people don't, depends on what the philosophy is, but because I'm a multifamily, cash flow focused real estate entrepreneur, always go through the inspection process. And this is part of the due diligence period. So basically just means that you want to check that everything that you agreed to up front with the seller is actually what you are actually going to purchase. So sometimes there can be a difference between what the seller says and the reality. But during this period, it allows you to figure that out. So talk about the inspection. And then next, you're going to take some time. You're going to review the contract. You're going to review what came out of the inspection, and potentially you could go back and revisit or renegotiate some of the terms that were agreed up front when you had the property under contract. So after that, the next two steps are also part of the process. You're going to have to go through a number of different administrative points, whether you're working with a legal team, whether you're responding to the questions from from your lender, or a number of different things. So that is admin. And then provided everything goes well in this step, then you're going to get to the closure. You get to the closing table. That's what everybody likes to talk about. You shake the hands, you sign the paperwork, and the next thing is you get those wonderful keys, or lots of sets of keys depending on the type of property that you're purchasing. So talk about those two things. You're going to close, and then you're going to get the keys to that new property. And then lastly, what's helped me is once I get the keys, is making sure that I turn that over and have a clear handoff with the property management company who is managing. Once again, because I like cash flow and I like to multifamily properties, I enjoy working with competent professionals in the area of property management. So this is the last thing. So basically the property management handoff. And at that point, we're making sure that we're taking care of and providing the best service for the families, the residents, the tenants that are living in the multifamily building. So once again, I mean, these are the steps that I use. These are the steps that help me to increase the value of properties and create a 5-figure income in 18 months. So because this is the way I started, this is what I'd like to share with you. It maybe goes into a bit more detail. And just really quickly, I want to leave you with one example. I'm going to talk about, I want to show you a 4-unit apartment building that I bought. It was one of the first buildings that I actually bought. And I'll show you just a little bit about what I mean in terms of when I purchased it and what the numbers look like and what the numbers look like at the end. So this is a property that I actually purchased back in 2014, and I want to give you a picture of what that looks like, what it looked like at the end of 2016. So once again, this is a multifamily building, and when I bought the building, there were 4 units, and those 4 units were at that time bringing in $2,800 per month. They were at $700 per door when I bought the building. And at the time, there were ongoing expenses that were $1,400 per month in expenses, which was leaving $1,400 per month in net operating income. Let me write that a little bit bigger. And then, once again, as I mentioned before, getting funding. So I took out a mortgage, and with that mortgage, I had a monthly mortgage payment of $1,100. Which left me with $300 per month. Now, when I bought this building, I recognized that in the marketplace that the rents were below the market rent. So, one of the ways that we would look to add value to the property was making sure that we went in and we improved the property. We did some what we called forced appreciation, which I've talked about in other videos. But what did this property look like at the end of 2016? I think this will be interesting for you to see, because we bought it below market value of the rents on the property. We actually increased the rents to $825 a month. Times 4 apartments, and that is $3,300 per month. We're able to decrease some of the overall monthly, what we call operating expenses. We're able to reduce that slightly. 1,350. I have my calculator. It's 19. 1,950 is what that left us with at the end of our operating, the net operating income once again. And let's not forget that I still had the mortgage that needed to be paid, which was 1,000. Or is 1,000. And what that left me with was $950 per month. So with that $950, you can see per month, by looking at the property, recognizing that there was an opportunity, having followed the steps, but then also in a, just that 2-year period, was able to increase by $650 per month the property that was purchased. So once again, I wanted to be able to share with you the 10 steps that looks at in terms of getting a deal, and then also or bringing a deal and bringing it into your portfolio. And also wanted to give you an example of what it looked, one of the properties that looked like when I followed that process, and then the ongoing operations of the building where the families are living is actually now increased $650 per month. So like I said, the goal here is to share with you the things that I've learned so that can help you to get to your dreams and to your goals much faster. I'd always, I would extend an invitation to you and be happy to talk to you about what your specific situation is. Also see if Keep On, if I can help you with Keep On in terms of you getting closer to your goals. If you'd like to take advantage of that, go ahead and click in the link that is going to be somewhere here in the video, and love to get on the phone with you and talk about how to accelerate you getting to your dreams. So once again, my name is Billy Keels with Keep On Cash Flow. It's my 2 cents for today, and as always, hasta la próxima.